Welcome to Spiritual Dessert Trews episode for Russell Brand and other people. Today we are talking about the higher realms. There are 3 signs that your soul gives you, your higher self. So, who are you? When you talk about yourself, who are you really talking about? The mind-identified self that daydreams and thinks all day? The body-oriented self that associates itself with this flesh being? We live our lives as these thinking bodies that travel through space and sometimes don't step to the question of what I really is. We react, we speak, we do what we need to do as a mind body. The soul is not separate from how it feels to be a mind body, but we forget about that third aspect of our being, the soul. The soul is not separate from you. It's not an abstract thing that you have. It's what you are. But in our society, it's easy to feel disconnected from our true self, the soul, that we oftentimes mistake it for being the voice of God or a higher self that exists in some other plane of existence. Your higher self is actually you, beneath the egoic self that confuses this identity with the thinker and the body. And sometimes people believe that the higher self is the part of you that reacts in the ethers. And this may be true, but wouldn't the soul exist within the ethers? Well, after all, it's non-physical and most exists on some level of reality. The higher self is morally perfect, wise, and is guiding you through the journey as you pretend to be a human. You're a human being for just a little while. It constantly sending us messages, signs that will point us to the right direction, the direction of evolution, love, and truth. These are the signs that are from you beneath the conscious level to you in the conscious level. Here are 3 signs that your higher self has been giving you. Synchronicities. Something like 111, or repeating numbers like I get awoken by 555, or 444, or sometimes in the case of 333, and then 555. Nice, angels. I really don't know how I'm so energetic without sleep. But it's true. And I don't do any caffeine. So it's organic vegetables. You may notice that there's some coincidences that are happening to you in your life that you just can't attribute to chance. Looking at the clock, seeing certain numbers repeating over and over again is a common sign people are experiencing to begin to get in touch with that deep aspect of themselves. It's always a sign that you're on the right track. Maybe your friend calls you right after you're thinking about them, or you get a new job opportunity right when you're thinking about quitting your job. More importantly, the individual cases of synchronicity is the general vibe that life, seems to be working for you for a change, or the general vibe that things aren't ever working for you, or one is a sign that you're higher realm to continue doing what you're doing, and the other one is to stop, reflect, get centered. I personally stub my toe and break stuff a lot when I'm trapped in my head entertaining angry or resentful thoughts. So uncanny. We'll be arguing with someone coming from an unconscious space and we'll start stumbling over my words, or we'll trip on something. Maybe you will have been complaining all day and keep noticing misfortunes keep happening over and over. The more you complain, pay attention to little things like this. Our higher selves are always in our corner. Yay! Trying to direct us with little signs like this to get back to the state of higher consciousness. The next one is intuitive feelings. So this is the most subtle yet powerful sign of all. You know when you get that gut feeling about something for absolutely no reason at all. And I'm not talking about seeing a guy with a black trench coat on with an upside down cross drawn between his eyes and feeling like you should stay away. No, I'm talking about a girl with snakes in her hair. No, nor am I talking about a girl with snakes in her hair and rakes of beer. Rubs you the wrong way for some reason. I'm talking about someone with a clean, respectable appearance who still gives you this feeling inside like you know you need to stay away. And later on you find out they have a history of some sort of domestic abuse. Please pay attention to this feeling and make sure it's actually your intuition and you aren't just making things up. Learning how to listen to this kind of intuition about people and opportunities will save you a boatload of hardships and headaches. It's your higher self's way of saying, letting you know what you wouldn't be able to know about your reasoning and experience. It's giving you knowledge that you couldn't have gotten on your own. This intuition comes from another form as well, which is subtle and just as important. It's deep, quiet feeling you get inside the way you behave and think. It could be as simple as the quiet sense of sadness you might get if you're too sharp or stern with somebody, or the feeling of nausea you might get if you did something behind someone's back that you know could have hurt them. Maybe you feel dirty inside after a heated argument with a loved one, or feel polluted after filling yourself with certain kinds of entertainment. These are the higher self with a way. You need to stop and listen to what it's saying. Your soul is literally screaming at you to look inside yourself and pay attention to what the feeling is trying to teach you about yourself and the situation. Next time you get a feeling like this, after performing an action or behaving a certain way, don't resist it. Sometimes the ego won't want to surrender to that feeling because it would have to admit defeat. But life is too short. Don't let the ego trick you into slowing down your evolution so your shortcomings don't have to be exposed. Listen to your intuition. It's the GPS system of your soul. Your passion, your calling is the third one. You may find discontent with your life situation. Most people are. And not everybody will have the same opportunity to live the life of their dreams, but everybody has a chance to try. And nobody has an excuse not to follow that little voice inside of you. If you feel empty, don't neglect your calling. 2, if you feel bored or dead, go do what excites you before you die. Bucket list. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about all the other dilemmas. Just go for it. You will feel guilty for not pursuing what you really love and for living your life for somebody else. And this guilt is presented to you to propel you into action. It's a deep-rooted guilt that you're wasting your time in your life. And that means that your higher self believes you are. So you have to stop what you're doing, stop in your tracks, and go do something else exciting, or add to what you're already doing and enjoy it more. So there's 3 common ways that the higher self will try to guide you through your daily life. It's not too mystical or too complicated, and all it requires is for us to look for the signs in our life and to learn and detect and follow the inner guidance system that is piloting for us. Meditate. Get still. Allow yourself to become a vessel for what you already know. Love you. Hugs and kisses.